Anyway, I'm here lapping valves. Had to go get my coarse grinding compound because the fine not getting the pits out of the valves. If you guys can't hardly see that there. Do 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 do. I know nobody's on yet, but when they come on, they'll see it. Oh man. Yeah, you can't see that. Anyway, I'm getting ready to hit it with some coarse grinding compound and keep on working here. Keep on working. Working. Mm-mm-mm. What's up? Yeah, I'm home. I gotta finish a car that I sold, and it's going slower than I'd ever imagined. I used to be able to whip a car together in 2 weeks, 21 days max. I'm working on almost 5 weeks here. This heat, man, this heat's been brutal. I'm blaming it on the heat. Blaming it on the heat. Oh yeah, that feels better. Much better. Turn it around. We wipe this off and see how it went. I didn't grind it that long, but I want to see how it looks. See if it got the pits out of the valve. You want these valves clean, man. You want them flat and smooth. You don't want to be burning no valve. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better. Now I'm going to hit it with some fine. And I should be good to go. Hit it with some fine, clean it off, and be good to go. This valve grinding paste, man. This stuff is wicked. In my basement. Let me wipe this down, see how it looks. Man, I still got a couple of pits in this valve. But I think it's got 80% good contact. Should be good to go. Do 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 do. Yeah, you gotta watch these valves, man. I'm at 1 or 10. This is 10. I gotta get all this valve grinding compound out of here. You do not want that in your cylinder head, floating around in your engine when you start your engine. Here it should blow it right out the exhaust, which is better, but nothing like taking chances. Don't do it. We don't take chances when we're this deep. We're in here deep. No, my fishing trip is this weekend coming up. So I'm trying to get this car done before I go on my fishing trip. Appreciate you asking. Oh, that's too much. My boy Dan is ready. He already got, I think, his boat packed. Alright, I'm going to change directions. Get it this way. Oh yeah. See what we got here. I got some grinding compound on it. Alright. Alright, let's take a look at it. See if it's flat. No pits. Our rag is dirty. Alright, I can hit it with some fine. Hit it with some fine. Smooth it out. Smooth it out. So what's up? Give me a call if you want to do the brake job in Quincy, Michigan. The girl I know out there is going to order the parts, pads, rotors, front and rear. It's an 03 S60. Man, sure, I'll do that. Let's schedule it for like the 10th. I'll stop through there on my way home and knock it out on the 10th. Alright. Should be good. Should be good. Man, what the heck did I do? I left this in the wrong position. I don't know how I got there. This is the last one I did. Okay. I should have pulled the next one. Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Let me get that thing back over here. Alrighty. I don't know why I thought I jumped way over there. Those of you just joining in, I am rebuilding the cylinder head, lapping the valves. You can pay somebody to do this. Man, if you got the money, pay somebody to do this. Rebuilding the cylinder head is work. Work, work, work. Take the valve spacers down there. Now some shops charge you $700 to do this, but some I've heard of people paying $250 for this. I don't know if that's one of them you get what you pay for things. Hopefully not. And you sure don't need a cylinder head half built. I'm going to do the other direction one more time here. Once upon a time, I used to use the little vacuum cup thing and do like that. No, don't do that. That is way too much work. Way too much work. You know, when you get the valves out, it's not a bad idea to clean them off, lay them all down, and see if some of them are pitted. And if you got valves, man, just replace those pitted ones. Don't be trying to lap those things. Those things are worn out, damaged. Just replace them. Replace the pitted ones. Take a good look at the valve and the seat. Man, my hose is good. It's hard to get that thing off of there. 3 down. What else going on? Hey, Robert, it's Jake. No, man, yours is next. I'm going to finish this one here, hopefully 3 days. And your engine is next. Your engine is next. Oh, I forgot to clean the hole of the last one. And I gotta get some brake parts cleaner, some acetone wipe in here. Make sure I get all that valve grinding compound out of there. Alright, ready to go to the next one. Make sure I don't have a big pit in it before I get started. If it's got a big pit in it, might as well replace it. I do have some exhaust valves. I got probably 2 sets of valves. From engines I've torn apart, warped heads or whatnot. Do. How did the valve guy hold out? You mean the guides? These guides, I mean, there was nothing wrong with this engine. I pulled this engine apart to replace the valve stem seal. Because these cars, I mean, they're almost 30 years old. The valve stem seals are rotted out. And it caused the car to burn oil and a lot of carbon to build up on the valve. That carbon building up on the valve, oil getting past the valve stem seals, that's a recipe for burning valves. So you don't want a burnt valve. So if you're going to do valve stem seals, clean all the carbon off the valve and relap it. Make sure they shoot good. So that's what I'm doing. So when I put this engine in the car, this thing shouldn't burn no oil. No oil should be getting past these valve stem seals. Man, I need a cleaner rag. I don't think my rag is or I need to put some lubrication on it, one or the other. Alright, it's ready for the fine. The fine grind. Change direction, a little more compound. Now I got some brake parts cleaner in here. There it is. Nope, that's throttle body cleaner. There goes my brake parts cleaner. Alright. That should do it. Good suction on there. Do. Oh yeah. Looking real good. Looking real good. I'll clean it out a couple of times before I put the valves in. Oh yeah. You can tell how much area the valve's seating on, but like I said, these I'm mainly just cleaning off the pitting on these valves, a little bit of imperfection that was on there. Do. Before I put the valve stem seals on there. Oh. That came off. I didn't push that on far enough. Trying to get away from the struggle of getting that thing off of there when I'm ready to pull it off. Alright. Hit it with some fine. The fine grind. Sweeter. sedan. Man, you gonna have to translate that. What's up, hey? Sacramento, man. I should be in that area around October 1st, I think. I'll be headed that way. Do 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 do. Where's my wet corner at? There it is. My oil eater corner. Man, Oil Eater came out with some rust removal stuff off your hardware. Man, you guys ain't gonna believe this. Of course, most of y'all know how these exhaust nuts are just covered with rust. I just soaked it in there longer than I should have. It was in there a couple days. But man, I'm looking for this other bolt that was covered with rust. This little Volvo tool was covered with rust. It just rinsed all the rust off of it. I'm going to post some before and after, but I'm looking for this one screw, man. This screw looks like brand new. It's crazy. Oil Eater. Rust removal from your hardware. Let me show you the bottom. I soaked these valves in here for about a day to see if it would remove this caked on, cooked on carbon, but it didn't. This stuff right here, overnight rust removal. Mix it up. You cut it, I think 3-to-1 or 1-to-1 or just straight. I cut it a little bit. I did like 2-to-1. And it got that rust off pretty darn quick. Pretty quick. Alright. I'm good on that one. Do, 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 do. Yeah, they got a little bit of pitting in it. It's kind of minor. But if you see any deep pits in them, just drop them. Get another valve, man. It ain't worth the risk. Burning a valve. Do. See, I'm doing this blind. Ah. You want Dan the Man? Dan the Man is calling at it. Mute my phone. I'll call you back, Dan the Man. When I take my dinner break. I'm going to take a dinner break here in about 30 minutes. Put a lot on that thing. One more swipe that way, and we'll go the other way with some fine. I'm gonna try to wipe off this coarse finger fine. Then go fine, fine dining, fine grinding. Fine grinding. On the intake valve, you just got to do fine. You don't have to do this coarse. But if they got some pitting in them, imperfections in the seat, you want to hit them with some coarse, grind that off of them first, and then you switch it up to the fine grinding compound. Alright, let me pull it, see how it looks. Man, if you guys don't use oil eater, I don't know what y'all use. A lot of people like that purple power stuff. That stuff is toxic. This stuff right here, you can cut it. I mean, shoot. 20 to 1. Use it as a cleaner. Mita, man, she uses this stuff every day. Getting stains out of stuff like that. It is incredible. Oh, yeah. Do, 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 do. 6 down. 4 tough ones to go. Then we'll burn through those intake ones a lot quicker. You gotta make sure you get these exhaust ones good, man. They're the valves that burn the exhaust valve. I don't know if I've ever seen an intake valve burn. I know they do. I just never seen it. And I try to keep the valves in order and grind them in their proper cylinder position. So, yeah, and I got this little power bank flashlight. I don't know what I did with my flashlights. I can't find none of them. So, just leaving it on. It should burn for 3-4 hours. Well, that's the one I just did. Do 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 do. No big pits, just a little bit of roughness on it. Grind that off and keep on moving. Do 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 do. Man, I don't know why so more people don't have notifications on my lives. Most people stumble across my lives. They say they're not getting notifications. You gotta undo your notifications and then say notify all. Do 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 do. Hi Robert, I have a S70 and I need your help to improve it. Bring it over, man. We'll make that thing sweet. Turn the camera so we can see the head. Ah, there's some of it there. It's a T5 head out of a V70. No, this came out of an 850R. This engine I'm working on. 850R. I probably put too much on that time. Cleaning up the valve, replacing the valve stem seals, so when the car leaves here, it won't have any oil consumption. Man, I cleaned up the head. I replaced the head on Panther at like 368. I was going through 700. I was going through a quart every 700 miles. After I did this, half a quart in 4,500 miles. That's better than a lot of new cars. A lot of these new cars, man, they go through some oil. You better be checking the oil. Man, that grinding compound don't feel that coarse to me. Drop my rag. Ugh. I might have a little moisture bubble in that stuff. That's alright, my valve's getting cleaned up. That's the important thing. Holding this drill up, starting to give me some muscles. Give me some muscles. Alright, I should be good on that one. Let's check it out. I have 3 to go. 3 exhaust valves to go. Gotta get that paste off there first. Using my oil eater as a lubricant cleaner. Clean this valve grinding compound off these valves. Oh yeah. First I had to knock all the carbon off these valves, man. These valves had a lot of carbon buildup over the years. You figure 28, 29 years. And then those valve stem seals start leaking probably 10, 15 years ago. They just keep driving, consuming oil. One of the bad things about consuming oil like that is it'll clog up your cat. Then you'll have a problem passing emissions if you got to deal with emissions. Trying to find a decent cat. Most aftermarket cats only last about a year and a half before they give you error codes that they not no good no more. I got a car right now I can't get rid of the O2 sensor code on. So I got to dig into that, see what's going on with that. But, hey, I think it's worth it. Some people may not. I think it's worth it. Yeah, the valve seat looks like kind of like orange peel. You know, that's when I know they need grind down a little bit. Get rid of that orange peel. So if this was paint, you'd be calling this wet sanding. Getting that orange peel off so these valves can be nice and clean and seat real well. I probably need to flip this head over to do these last couple. Sheesh. It's hard holding that thing up in the air. Let me flip this head over. Do. I gotta go down and over. Ooh. There we go. Hit it from this side. Let me take this call real quick. Sorry about that. That was some guy with a C70. Sorry about that. That was some guy with a C70. He's been doing a timing belt job for about a month and a half. Should be a 2-hour job for a mechanic. 6 hours for somebody that's never done one before. But he's been at it for a month and a half at least. Yeah, I'll talk to him when I take my break here. Shit. Talking about his water pump gasket didn't come off. You gotta get it off. Gotta get it off, man. I had a guy 10 hours away. Him and his mechanic neighbor did his timing belt job. After that, he had a coolant leak. Hired me to go down there. They didn't take the gasket off the engine, so it leaked. For some reason, he thought it was the coolant pipe behind the engine. I'm like, you didn't mess with that. You messed with the water pump. It's the water pump. It wasn't leaking before you did the water pump. But they figured they put a brand new water pump on there and the new gasket, it was the something else. No, it's not something else. You disturbed that. That's what's leaking. So, 21-hour drive to help somebody clean their water pump gasket off. Oh man, I could tell you the stories of stuff that DIYers just didn't get right. I mean, you gotta pay attention to the instructions. Most people use forums like Matthew's Volvo site and stuff like that. They got really good instructions on there. But if you don't follow the instructions, kind of worthless. and they don't get it done, then they got a car down. What's up, Swag Gang? Rebuilding the cylinder head, man, for these cars, so these engines could be flawless. The flawlessness. Heck, we did red bearing. Pulled the head, lapped the valves, replaced the valve stem seals. Red bearing, boy. All right, that sounds good. Let's check it out. Check it out. I could do a timing belt job if you got the parts. $150. Less than 2 hours. And man, you you can't get $150 up, man. You in tough shape. But heck, I've been there. Everybody should have a way to hustle $150. Get their car on the road. Come on. Half of this is silky smooth. Half of it is still got a little orange peel on it. It looks better with the light on it. I've had guys tell me that the valve should seat on just like one edge should cut into the head. I'm like, man, good luck with that. I want at least 80% coverage. Good Lord. I want that door to slam shut. Boom. I don't want any room for air. Now, I've built a lot of cylinder heads, and I only had one that I heard burn a valve about a year after I built it. And in my defense, I replaced the cylinder head because it had a burnt valve, and when it burned again a year later, it was the same spot. So I kind of wonder if that car had another problem causing it to burn another valve in the same spot. Man, that's crazy. That sucks, burning a valve in the car. So he had it professionally done again. Well, the guy he sold it to. Hopefully they hadn't burned any valves since then. Do. I didn't look at his valve good before I put it in here. Hey, Stephen, welcome aboard, man. Alright, I'm gonna hit it with some fine, 3 times fine. Do, 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 do. You know what else you could use valve grinding compound for? Putting on bolts that strip. Like Phillips heads, screws. Put some valve grinding compound in there. It makes that screwdriver grip. And them torque screws. I seen that on YouTube some time ago. Man, that worked. Then I hit it with a serious job for me. I know you guys remember Queen Bee. Some of y'all think it's still around, but no, it's Lemonade. I was driving through rain from Florida, and my windshield wiper arm kept coming loose. I couldn't get it to grab. I didn't want to strip the bolt, but when I looked at where it went on the shaft, the teeth were eating away on that thing. I pulled into an auto parts store, got some coarse valve grinding compound. Pulled that arm off, packed that area with a little bit of valve grinding compound, pushed it on there, put that nut on. That thing never came loose again. The uses of valve grinding compound. All right, let's see here. Come on off of there. Do, 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 do. There's a couple things you don't want floating around in your engine. Valve grinding compound is one of them. You got to make sure you clean that stuff out of there. Do, 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 do. Trying to make sure I ain't got a pit on this thing. To find me another valve. Alright, it was just the liquid from my rag here. So you want to clean it. Microfiber towels are great for cleaning stuff like this out because the pores of the microfiber will pull that stuff into the rag, not leave it on the surface you're cleaning. That's the beauty of microfiber towels. Perfect. That's the only thing you should dry your car with. Chamois, scratch your paint, wear it out. Alright. I got one because of Robert. My first car too. Wanted something dependable that I could work on myself. Thanks to his video, Jolly Rogers. Robert's videos helped me put my head back on my car. Still running today, 4 years later. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. Keeping those cars on the road. Running good. Yeah, I got to spray this out with brake parts cleaner when I get done. Last exhaust valve. Then I'm going to take a dinner break. Then I'll come back, jump on TikTok live probably after my dinner break. That'll be about an hour, so that'll be 8 o'clock Central Time. So I put a little grinding compound on there, grind it till it sounds smooth. I go 3 times. What do you call that when you take turns going from one direction to the other? Going from one direction to the other. And then I do the same thing with the fine. Make sure I go from coarse to fine. Now when I do the intake valves, I'm only going to use the fine. All right. Hit it with some coarse. I guess you could call it rotating. Rotating from one direction to another. Believe it or not, my little 940 wagon was one of my favorite cars to Ricardo. So easy to work on with that red block. I'm just a fun car to drive. Not allowed. Just had to remove a head and drill out an exhaust stud. Decided to go valves, skim head, and replace rings, lower bearings. Wow, man. You got carried away. That's what we call getting carried away. But hey, you have a new engine when it's all said and done. Now me, these blocks in these cars are so good. Unless you got 400,000 or 500,000 miles on them, man, I ain't tearing that thing down to the rings, especially if that cross hatching looks good in there. When I pulled this head off, man, that cross hatching looked almost new. I was like, man, almost forgot to put the valve back, get it in order. I was really surprised how much cross hatching. This car is this engine's 28, 29 years old. Looking good. 75, 80% contact. All right. I'm going to take a break, come back to the intake valves. I might even get them in tonight. I'll stay up late. I'll go live on TikTok. If I don't get any play on it, then I'll go come off and get back live on YouTube. But I'm gonna go live on TikTok at 8, and then go from there. Yes, indeed. But I gotta go eat, man, and I'm eating light. I'm losing almost a pound a day. I want to get down to 170. I exercise every day. I try to eat pretty right, but when you get my age, man, that weight don't want to go nowhere. It gets comfortable. So anyway, hey, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys here in a little bit, and be safe out there. Thank you.